career high for Houston after trading for Westbrook last summer. And now the Rockets face elimination tomorrow night. So, Shannon, how big is Game 7 for Westbrook's legacy here?
It's huge, Skip, for the simple fact he has not made it out of the first round since Kevin Durant left. He's 5-13 in the playoffs since KD left.
Yep.
And at the end of the day, this is how we measure great players.
Mm-hmm.
You can be great, Skip.
Yep.
But and I think that's one of the things when we look at Karl Malone won 2 MVPs,
Mm-hmm.
Charles Barkley won an MVP, but they don't get the proper recognition because they didn't have the championship success that some of the other players of that era had. Mm-hmm. And that's ultimately how we measure. That's how we determine the great from the greatest. Mm-hmm. I mean, you Skip, and that's not to diminish Russ because I think he's going to be a first ballot Hall of Famer. He did what he did. He went 3 straight years with triple doubles. He won an MVP. Mm-hmm. But at the end of the day, ultimately, we measure greatness. What did you do in the playoffs? Because that's what you play for. You play for championships. At the end of every year, no matter what sport you play, they have a championship. Did you win it? How many times did you win it?
Yep.
Is ultimately how you're going to be judged. Skip, and if you look at the Rockets, they've blown the lead in all 3 games in which they lost. They were up by 5 with 1 minute to play in Game 3. They didn't have Russ. They were up 13, third quarter. Game 4, no Russ. Up 6 with 4 minutes. They had Russ last night. But if you go back and look at Russ, Skip, he hadn't got out of the first round. And he hadn't played particularly well in big moments. And Kevin Durant left because too many times in these situations, you monk it up for us, bro.
Yep.
And I don't want to be a part of this anymore.
That is correct.
Because, unfortunately, Skip, when you play together for an extended period of time, my legacy tied to your legacy.
That is right.
Guess what? You tied to O'Shea now. All that what you done, you tied with me. So if you don't do it, we are. Yeah. If they throw you overboard, guess what? I'm right there with you. We going overboard. And Jenny in there too. So hey, anybody go overboard, we all. Yep. So that's it.
All right, back to Russell Westbrook. I have tried for years to believe in this man as a basketball player. And I always get right to the edge of this cliff, and I can't quite take the leap because of what you said. Last year, he got humiliated and sent home by Damian Lillard.
Correct.
Remember that?
Yep.
And here we go again. It feels like, for the most part in this series, Houston has played a little better without Russ. Mm-hmm. I'm going to go double huge on Game 7 because, yeah, his legacy is on the line because this was the grand experiment, small ball, but it was also the James-Russ experiment.
Right. They wanted this.
They wanted it, and they love each other, and I do believe they really love each other, and they've gotten along as well as anyone could get along with James and anyone could get along with Russ. These two have done it.
Yes.
They have coexisted beautifully until last night. That was a disaster. You're up 6 with 4:19 left, and you give up a 16-2 run down the stretch, and I start to question everything about you, and I've always wondered this about this man, and he plays with such heart and rage and passion. Is he playing for himself or for his team? Is he playing for stats or dubs? I don't know for sure. It's somewhere in the middle of that. Well, this is Game 7. You have to play to win.
Yep.
You have to make some sacrifice and coexist and blend with James and get this home against a team you should beat.
Right.
It's a well-coached team. It's a tough-minded team. It's a clutch team. So if you let it hang around and hang in, you're probably going to lose it. But if you flex all your muscles and use your heads correctly, you're just better than they are. And your team is mentally tough, too. It plays good defense, and it shoots a lot of threes, but it will make a lot of threes. So, to me, I need to see if he has the savvy and the guile and the vision to do what needs to be done to win Game 7 and get to the Lakers. Now we're talking. Now we got you two versus LeBron and AD. We've got some big theater here where you can make a big name for yourself. But first, you got to get out of the first round.
Exactly.
Against a team nobody saw coming.
No.
This was rebuild city.
Everybody thought it was rebuild.
Oklahoma City. And look at them now. They tied you in the regular season, and now they've tied you in a playoff.
Skip, I think the thing is for Russ is that he's going to have find value. Says, you know what? Even if I don't score 25 points and we win, I play good.
Yeah.
Don't cut down on the turnovers.
Yeah.
But I tell you what, Skip, don't just think this is tied to Russ. Oh, James Harden legacy is tied to this one, too.
I do agree with you. And both of them have done magical things during regular season.
Absolutely.
Like revolutionary.
Right,
They've
right.
both been
Yes.
revolutionary. It's playoff.
Yeah, because what, James has led the league in scoring, what, 3 straight years?
Yeah.
And led the league in assists. I mean, he's won an MVP. He's finished, second a couple of times. But this playoff success has eluded him. And, you're in an era now.
Yep.
We're going to see. Skip, this is huge for those two guys. If you lose, Skip, I believe this loss would do more damage to their legacy than any other loss in their playoff history, in their careers.
Agreed.
Kind of agree, too. All right, we love a good Game 7. And before that one, we actually have one tonight between two of the hottest players in the league, and it has been a good one. We discuss next.